What's up, guys? We are back. I know it's been a really long time since we filmed the video, but you know, life happens, and the transmission did take about a year to receive, so that's why we took a break from this anyway. But the transmission is here after a year wait because it has to be custom built. It's here. Just gonna go through a couple things I did that we didn't film. Nothing too crazy. So back here, I ended up cutting the structure piece of the cab under here that I wanted to keep, but I put the harness behind the X, which gave me like an extra inch because the legroom on this thing is too tight for me. And I also actually ended up changing that badass OMP seat to a Recaro SPG because it gave me a little bit more legroom. The other couple things I did was I made some mounts. So as you can see, I have this one, and I made these A-pillar ones. You can kind of see them over there. And then these sweet little ones, I don't know if you can see those. Anyway, so those mounts, they are completely bolts on all around the cab. I still got to build two more. There's gonna be one there and one back there to hold the cab. But the main thing is I want them fully bolt on and off so the cab can slide off the chassis. That was the goal of this. So they got to be completely bolt off so they don't get in the way. However, just with these, what is it, three on each side that I have, it's already held like really tight. The cab is actually floating, as you can see. You see like I'm pushing it in right now. It's not even flexing, but I'm still going to add the two bottom ones. So it should be pretty solid. So the point of this video is to show you guys finally the good stuff. And so this project should get really fun now. So what we have here, again, is the transmission. So this here is a Sadev transaxle. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time after I built the tube car. It just took a while to actually pull the trigger. One of my friends suggested I do this truck with the engine and transmission longitudinal, which means transaxle. However, you know, it's a whole different ball game here doing a transaxle. There's a lot more involved. After talking to Sadev for a really long time, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. You know, we went back and forth, and they helped me out a lot on speccing out the transmission because it's all custom built to your specs. And so long story short, this one's used like an F3, F4 cars. So they told me it was interchangeable with a K-swap. However, this is the bell housing adapter it comes with. I already took it off. What we didn't know until we started putting this mocked up on CAD on the computer was that only a 5.5 inch clutch fits like right here. And you can see my hand how small that is. Well, a 5.5 inch clutch really isn't going to work for the street. This truck, I want it to be streetable because why not? You know, if you build something, drive it. So that's where it got really tricky because now we had to design our own bell housing adapter. Thankfully, I have a friend, his name's Tyler. He actually lives pretty close by. He's a CAD genius. So he helped me build or design this bell housing adapter. This is still just 3D printed. So this will house a regular K20 flywheel and clutch, which we have Tilton that worked with us on this. They also, Tilton Engineering, they helped out quite a bit as well, getting all this put together. There was a lot of people involved to get this going. So the way it works, so normally this is, this engine's tilted 16 degrees, so this adapter will actually be like that. But it'll be mounted like that. And then this side goes over here on the transmission, obviously. So that's it. This is the coolest thing I've ever owned. or had in my shop that's carb related. So as you can see, this transmission has everything built into it. You have your pickup points for your A-arms, top and bottom. And then right here on the top, you have your rocker pickup points for your push rod suspension. So after ordering this transmission, this transmission is good up to, I want to say it was like 500 horsepower. So then I was like, well, it'd be kind of stupid to just do a K20 Type R, which I normally go with because it's plenty of power for me on the track. But then at that time, I was like, well, now it'd be stupid to just do a K20 Type R when you have such a gangster transmission. So one thing led to another. We have also ordered and received a 4-piston racing K24, brand new. This is a 2.5 liter. So we got a basic one. I asked for something that's very streetable, reliable, and pump gas. I don't want to deal with, having too much. This is actually plenty. I want to say it'll be like around 380 horses or so. And it could go up to 10 grand. I probably will never take it to 10 grand just because I'm conservative like that and I don't want to blow it. Plus, I don't need that much power. This truck is already going to be insane. So this engine is also very, very beautiful. The work on it is just, it's really hard to capture here, but the work on all this is just, it's awesome. So this is going to be the setup. If you guys didn't know what I was doing before, now you do. So if you didn't already notice, I moved the cab to the big 10-foot table. That way now I could start mucking up the back, all the engine, transmission, and start mating it up. I got to make a little jig for the engine to sit 16 degrees. I believe it's 16 or 15, I don't remember. And then we have a Unit 2 oil pan that I got to throw on it. I actually got to throw a bunch of stuff on it. I didn't realize, well, I did realize, I just forgot that these blocks are very bare. So I got to buy every single sensor, pretty much everything that goes on it, which is going to add up. So this is it. This transmission was definitely worth the wait. So the next step is we have to verify all the measurements, try to mount this up, and then machine this adapter, which is going to look super amazing at a billet aluminum. I'm just nerding out on how awesome of a job Tyler did on this. And the only thing is I want to add a couple parts, off of here, like some lobes to mount. Besides that, it's great. So this is it, guys. Hopefully now the progress will keep going a little bit faster now that jumping back on the Tacoma project. But this is the next one. So hopefully this gives you guys an idea of what I'm doing. Basically, it's going to be like a Formula 3-ish chassis with a Tacoma cab over, because a lot of people had questions on like what are you even doing? A K24 in the back or in the front. Everybody thought it was a K20 in the front. Well, that's not the case. This is way cooler. So I hope you guys are as stoked as I am. I'm going to start putting some parts on this engine and get it mocked up. Thankfully, I already stocked most of these parts, like the sensors. We have all the Tilton Engineering flywheel, clutch, all of that ready to go. Throw out bearing. I have all this housing here, manifolds, all that's in stock, so that's great. And then, yeah. One of the first components I'm going to put on this engine is going to be the Unit 2 oil pan on the blocks. That way we can mock it up exactly how it's going to be. And the great thing about this, it already has the 15-degree angle, so the bottom sits flat. This oil pan is super awesome. Shout out to Unit 2 Fabrication. We sell all their oil pans. We are an authorized dealer. So we already knew the quality that they have, and they were awesome enough to build us this for this truck. This is actually an S2000 K series oil pan, but just so happens that it's going to work great for this application. So we didn't have to do anything like crazy custom, because this is exactly what we needed. So as you can see here, you got tons of capacity for oil. I believe this is an 11 quart. And then you have some bungs down at the bottom, and then some sensor bung over here. This is just so much quality here. I mean, look at the welds inside. You know, some people just weld the outside on some parts. This is just, I mean, look at these welds. I never weld aluminum, so I'm not that great at aluminum, but this is awesome. So shout out again to Unit 2 Fab, one of the key players in this little build right here, this assembly we got going on. So I'm going to start assembling some stuff here. We got to put this guy on, and then I'm going to put the crank pulley on, and then maybe the flywheel. I'm not really sure because it'll overhang, but I do need to mock that up, so probably. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully next video we will have this bell housing adapter machined out of billet aluminum. So this is it. We'll see you guys on the next video.